All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to Nifty Dimensions. And if you see over here, we got a special treat. The full crew of Meta Sabian is here. We got Bruce, we got Gene, and we got DL. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Rizzo? What's going on, everybody?
Oh, I'm so excited to have all three of you guys on the show at once.
Hey, Riz, I told you it was going to happen, right? We told you it was going to happen, guys.
Yes.
It's been a while. I've been away for a little bit, but definitely it's good to be back. And then it's good to be back with the crew. So the Meta crew has assembled
everyone at the same time.
Yes. I know it worked out synchronistically. It happened because you hit me up and I'm like, the guys were like, hey, we're on our way. And I'm like, really? And
yep.
Here we are.
For sure. Yeah. The viewers at home watching, when you see this later, me and Gene we were going to do a live stream today on YouTube. And then we found out that the whole team was showing up at his house and we threw the live stream idea out the window. And just so everybody watching knows the deal. So now we got the whole team here. So anybody who wants to tell the tale, why don't you tell the viewers at home a little bit about yourselves and the project or whatever you want to tell them.
All right. So we'll start, man. That's a long story. I can talk about it, but since I've probably said it before in like episode 1,
right.
Let's have one of these guys say it because I'm all talked out. Bruce, what do you think?
Yeah.
How did we meet? What's the story, man?
All right, a quick summation of how we got to this point.
Yeah.
I'll start off just by saying, our story really happened in like 2008, 2009. We all met in college. Lancaster,
cool.
When we met in college, we all had a vision, and that vision was to kind of spread we were learning about some revolutionary conspiracies and and then at the same time we were getting our mind warped by like metaphysical information. Remember in English class?
Yeah.
Remember me and Gene were in English class? Yeah. And, oh man.
That's why I say with anything like education is super important because that's what opened us up. Because like meeting in school, what did we do? We just kind of like met up. We were learning about, like you said, a whole lot of different concepts, and we were learning about art, and we were kind of learning from each other at the same time because we were all from different areas. So we were just kind of like meshing in a lot of cool ways. And
collaborations together.
The collaborations had to happen, right? So we were like, I think we became a crew like early on because Bruce and Dan, they were roommates, and I came and Bruce and I were in college in classes together. And then I think that kind of like linked us all up.
Yeah, we were in classes together.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this. Yeah, this is all news to me.
It's a special show, man. It's like if you guys
only knew the details, man.
This is the show that probably we're putting it all out there, guys. So this is it. So behind the scenes, this is how we all met up, guys. So seriously,
me and DL, we were roommates. Exactly. We were roommates, and it was kind of crazy how that worked out because I almost didn't get to go to that school. I almost didn't get to go to that school, and then
I put up for the roommate thing like last minute. There was like maybe a week or two left before classes started, and I was just like, let me do this.
Kind of just, you know what I mean?
He was the first one that called. I was like, whoever the first one that calls, like as long as they don't sound like they're gonna be a problem on the phone or something. As long as they talk somewhat respectful or whatever, like they got it.
So I got a question then. Sorry, you guys meet up at college. This is all news to me. So like you meet up at college, you probably have some things in common, like wanting to think for yourself and freedom of speech and all these things that YouTube won't allow us to talk about anymore.
Exactly.
So find us on Rockfin real soon, everybody. But that's a whole other subject. Let me go back. So you meet up, you're friends. You have some stuff in common. Was the first project Meta Sabian? Did you guys try anything first, or how'd it go from there?
No, I actually don't. Well, as far as it goes beyond that because college didn't quite work out. So let's get past that story. So we couldn't finish college just because of like so many different reasons. Mine's is the fact that I was already a professional and I didn't really need to pay to get the paper to get the schooling. So I figured I could just do it on my own. And Bruce and Dan had different reasons too, but schooling is, as far as to being an artist, you don't need a a PhD or anything in art.
A degree.
To
certify your talent.
You just got to be good. You got to be good. You got to be.
If you got talent, you got talent.
You got talent.
You can meet deadlines. If you can be efficient, if you're effective. You know what I mean?
And that's pretty much what we did. So once college did not work out, we all kind of like met up at my place, and we were like, you know what? We actually, before that, we already had a drawing of like actually my character jumping out the window. That was like the first like kind of real kind of symbols, like, yo, maybe we should create our own comic book, and then mixing in with actually with Dan.
It's interesting.
Dan had all this. If you want to talk about the great deep, you know, conspiracies and things that go on in government,
planting
and all that
seeds
things,
and stuff in
planting seeds,
DL
things that we kind of meshed in with the story of Meta Sabian, things that were going on in politics at the time, things that were going on in science, and a lot of cool metaphysical aspects we put into the book as well. So that, you know, all those things that we knew, we literally injected into the story, and that's how we kind of got this look that you see behind the studio. That's actually the cover of the collector's edition. So if you guys want to go out and get it right there, Indie Planet, check it out. So that's the painting of all three of our characters. Actually, synchronistically, we're sitting the same way.
All right. Oh yeah.
My character is in the middle right there. So so after college it didn't work out. I think it was like the natural thing that we started Meta Sabian, and that pushed us to a lot of different avenues, which, you know,
remember before Meta Sabian, I would say Meta Sabian was definitely the first project. Before Meta Sabian, like, you know, to go back to that, we were trying to get into Marvel or DC. Like we were like, it kind of started there.
There was a little part there. We was like, yeah, maybe, you know what, we're good enough.
Right.
Yeah,
you know, childhood goal. And
it's like every guitar player, I'm going to get signed onto a record label.
Right, exactly.
You know.
Right. So there's a little bit of that. Yeah, we were just trying to get, you know, jobs there, but deep down, we were just like kind of like, you know, on that independent route, and we wanted to kind of like
doing classes,
and plus this kind of story we wanted to tell was so different that I was like, I don't know.
Well, because also the what was it, the recession. We had the economy kind of dropped.
2008. So that was
the comic book industry took like a major hit.
Oh, right.
And right when I think we were creating it
right when we were exactly.
Yeah.
So it kind of made more sense to create our own independent project.
Sure.
Independent project, and it was something that we were passionate about, and from the story to
we have plenty of inspiration.
How we all connected. It's all in it's all in issue 1, 2, and 3. It just kind of starts. It's almost like the beginning of something great, and that's what we wanted to do with book 1, 2, and 3 and the collector's edition. So a laser focus on the next thing. So we met up with you guys by then, like Type 1, the Free Your Mind, Free Men, it was just a great meeting of the minds back then. And we just connected with a lot of groups, and it just led us to where we are today.
It allowed us to meet a lot of like really good like-minded fans to kind of grow off of as well, to where we would go to those events, and it's like people there were just loving it and giving us great feedback on everything. And
hell yeah.
Definitely good times.
They could see the symbologies and
they would see the things that we would be planting in there. Like they would pick up on it. It's like you're the crowd that we were making it for.
People know. People know. Yeah.
You know? I was going to mention that. I just wanted to wait, you know, but I wanted to say why I fell in love with it and what you guys were doing in the beginning all the way to now is you broke the mold, and you're still breaking the narrative. This right here is breaking the narrative. For sure you guys know what I mean in the current times, right? So like that part is always like my favorite part is like 10 years ago, it was kind of popular and like I wouldn't say trendy, it was just up and coming, but now the same information is being pulled back, and it's being controlled in a way, and the narrative has changed a lot since the time when I met you guys till now. And I'll keep it really simple, you know, because it's just going on YouTube. But what I love, and this is to the viewers watching, what I love about it is it makes you think. It makes you think for yourself. It makes you question things. And it also, like you could see in the background, the flower of life right over his heart on that piece. That's what we're talking about here, folks.
There's a lot of spirituality in there. There's
we try to hint on all that stuff.
All aspect of things. Yeah, definitely.
Self-empowerment, spirituality, standing up for yourself, thinking for yourself. All these things that
awakening,
synchronicities,
going beyond yourself.
I don't
know if anybody,
Meta.
People learn about
Meta.
Learn about tapping into the flow state.
Yeah,
heard that term before.
Hell yeah,
flow state.
Yeah,
that's part of being a Meta Sabian. You gotta go beyond yourself. You gotta tap in.
And to get to those points, it's like you got to be able to test yourself and know what you're passionate about and what you really want to focus on as well. How to express yourself, because then what you do kind of creates a ripple effect and inspires others.
I feel like that's what we have. It's like we created like a new era of our own style of comics, which is like the awakening era. You know what I mean? Like comic books that inspire kids to just
trying to plant some
go beyond. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know what? I could be a Meta Sabian. I can help
that are morally relevant,
create change and positive change. You know what I mean? So that there's a lot of,
because we want to include and incorporate like certain people that helped kind of inspire us along our journey too. So got people like Freeman, like Passio. All of them are in there.
They're all in the book. They're all in there. We have a lot of great great Sabians, great Meta Sabians there that are actual real people
that you can look up,
people who you can research and you can look up that are actually doing great things in the community, as far as like, exposing truth and putting real kind of like narratives or real kind of interpretations out there, so people can kind of like start thinking about what's really going on. Very very thought-provoking.
You sound like a thought criminal. I might have to report you. You're not using newspeak. You sound
we just want people to be creative, and that's what we're putting out there. Very creative book that's very creative for creative people that want to be creative.
For sure. I'm sorry about the sarcasm.
Creative people are always like, and creative people do this. Creative people do this a lot. So that's how we do it.
Because this story doesn't, the story that we're working on presenting to the people is not a story that is the same old propaganda that everyone, is used to seeing with people just getting slaughtered, or people just, like treated as if like the average person has no power, super defenseless, or even that the masses are always, a large group of people who need to be herded and can never really come together, are always going to be divisive and always going to be, fighting and all the rah, rah, rah. We do show the fighting, but we show fighting through spirituality, fighting through the mind, you know what I mean? And then we get into the physical obviously for the entertainment, because we all like that too. But at the same time, again, we also, it's like a intellectual battle at the same time. So it kind of even causes the reader or the viewer, they have to kind of upgrade themselves to a certain level to even kind of get into this content, you know what I mean?
For sure. And viewers at home, links below, check it out. All the links will be below. Go check that stuff out for sure.
Definitely. And of course, there's a lot that we're not like kind of putting out there yet, but definitely when we talk about it, it's just a larger explosion of what we're talking about, and it's going to really kind of excite a lot of people once they see it.
Nice. Well,
I got it following along with everything that's been going on.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see
parallels. A lot of parallels. I feel. You're right. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I know we got a couple more things to get into, but before we get into the next subject, I want to go down the line. Favorite comic book or first favorite comic book? Dan, what was your favorite? And then go through. I'm curious, what got you started like into comics?
Yeah, I know early on, it's like I just remember having the ones that everyone remembers, like the Supermans and the Batmans and stuff like that. Like, the classic stuff that we all had as kids growing up. Like I'd be hanging out with my cousins and stuff, and we'd all be kind of looking through them. Kind of getting some things to draw off of and stuff and use as, inspiration back then.
I used to trace Juggernaut comics all the time. So I was just curious.
X-Men was one of my favorites too. I'd have to say, X-Men was probably my favorite once I started getting into them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gene, X-Men for you too. I know we talked about this on
Yeah,
the show before.
I'm a little older, you know what I mean? So I'm back in my Jim Lee era. So I definitely had back then when I collected a lot of X-Men. I was into that X-Force.
Nice.
Back then, Image, when the whole Image thing happened, it was just like huge, so so a lot of Todd, a lot of Spawn, a lot of just
Spawn
variety.
out,
variety. It just I was a avid collector, so I had I didn't have a lot, but I had over 100, over 200. I think
nice.
Bruce had way more than I did. I was like, holy cow! I met Bruce. I was like, whoa! I was like over on his collection. He was just, and I think that's
that helped inspire us to go that direction.
Yeah, Bruce was heavy into comics, and I think that brought me back because when I was young, I had comics, and I just kind of let it go a little bit, but. When I met up in school with him, it was just like, whoa, that brought us back. And it was just the first thing that we started working on as far as sketching. We were referencing that. We were referencing, actual, the Renaissance artists as well. So we were just doing a lot of different referencing and looking at different things just to get better at what we do as far as drawing and whatnot. So
right. So what was your deal, Bruce? What was your favorite, or what got you into it?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Spider-Man.
Nice, that's a good.
I know that's cheesy or classic or whatever, cliche, but
that's what a lot of us came up with.
Yeah, around that time. Spider-Man and Spawn.
Right.
Spider-Man and Spawn. Those two collected the most.
That's cool. Hey, look, I'm older than all you guys, so you're not gonna look old, compared to me. I'm older than you guys. I got the white hairs. You can see it. Look. I got the white hairs coming in and all. I'm getting mine too, man. Nice, you got a little bit
there, man. I'm getting my sprinkles, man. I know. Hey, it's there.
Nice. All right, so we get into paper, we get into comics. You guys want to get into painting, or do you want to get into animation and motion? Where it's up to you guys. I'm just happy to have you guys on the show. It's very nice to be able to talk with you guys and do it all on the show at the same time. So your call, guys.
I think we could briefly touch on the painting aspect.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
I'll just real quick say that because you brought up the Renaissance. The Michelangelo, the Da Vinci, that classical style of painting.
Oh yeah.
If you actually, if you see, we didn't just do regular comic book 2D cell shaded figures. We did and this is throughout the entire book. We did fully rendered, as best as we could with the time restraints, but we did fully rendered with the classical approach. We did different mediums, different styles of paint, from oil to acrylic
mixed mediums.
Being an artist means that you're also like a avid researcher and just looking up
different
techniques, great ways of drawing the anatomy and whatnot. But definitely the art of meta, as far as our painting, is something that is really, really important. Actually, it's on the site as well. We want to kind of promote that. One day we want to kind of hopefully have a little traveling show of Meta Sabian painting.
Nice.
So definitely we want to keep that traditional painting thing going, man. Traditional.
Yes.
So important to us.
People can actually come and experience it, see it for themselves, hanging. See the brush
these paintings are huge. This is a very big painting. I mean, it's as tall as.
There's something that gets lost when you do digital and stuff. With that, when you're actually touching the paint to the canvas.
Oh yeah.
You could see the imprint of the artist left behind on it.
Yeah, definitely. It's tangible.
Yeah.
I've spent about a half a year now, focusing on digital art known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. And here I am 6 months in, and I will announce to you guys some revelations that I've had in my heart and soul.
Yeah, you've been going in on the research with all this stuff.
I've been going pretty hard.
Bringing a lot to the public and to us, and we appreciate all the work you've been putting in on all that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But
go ahead.
Listen, what are you talking about?
The revelation is this, okay? And I'm gonna say it because I host this show, and I took on responsibilities when I took on the show, and especially the last month when I started to get into frequency. And I finally started talking about some things that you gentlemen are well aware of. I've been into for a long time, but I felt like I needed to hold back. And there's some things that have been perplexing to me about the whole NFT thing, good and bad. What I'm saying is there's a big difference, and there's nothing wrong with art is art. And if you appreciate that piece of art in whatever format, then more power to you, and you collect it however you want. But being in the position that I have, I need to fully state that there's a huge difference between that painting, any one of those paintings behind you. And if I had a choice whether that painting was on my wall or I got an NFT of it, well, I think you already know what my answer would be.
Yeah, of course.
And what I'm saying is the value, we need to reorganize our thoughts, not you guys necessarily, but people in the NFT world and crypto world. And I think the thoughts need to be reevaluated as to what's actually worth money. I'm not trying to dip on anybody. I'm just starting to notice, oh, I got 10,000 characters. They're all computer generated and people are spending a bunch of money. That's cool. But, you know, will it be as valuable as that painting or a painted version of it that's a tangible thing? And this is definitely, this is me venturing off. I know I'm not supposed to say this stuff on the show.
You know what? The funny thing is, I feel like you're right, because you have a point there, because a lot of artists fail to understand, especially a lot of like NFT artists, especially if they're serious about doing this, because in reality, like when an artist is, you know, chooses to be an artist, you know, there's no guarantee when it comes to success, right? So when people got to understand that when you're doing a piece of artwork and you're, you know, building a resume artwork from doing client work or whatever it is, you know, if you're a freelance or if you work with a bigger studio, whatever it is, you're creating like a almost like a portfolio of work, a body of work. That's very, very important. So on top of just the artwork, people got to understand, when you're buying an NFT, don't just look at the NFT and just, you know, even if it looks cheesy, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna buy it anyway. But look at the artist, look at, you know, what the artist is doing, because the artist is just as important as the artwork when it comes to like collecting. Because I know a lot of people are into NFTs. It's like a brand new thing and people are just buying stuff. And it's more than just that art, because that art you're hoping for it to gain value over time. So you got to look at the artist for what they're doing and bank on the fact that, hey man, that, you know what, that group of artists or that artist itself, that person is working hard and they're probably building a resume and they're trying to really build a career. And if I buy this piece of artwork while it's you know, at this state or this NFT, you know, buy it then, and then it'll be worth more, especially if that artist builds a great career. And you definitely know, that's how it really works. If people kind of gets that, I think that would be, and I just thought about it too, as you were saying.
That's how it works in the art world too, to where it's like you'll find out as artists' names get more renowned, that's how people know who they are.
Literally,
that's when the price goes
up. That's when the price goes up. Not just, you know, banking that like, oh yeah, it's the first one. No, but that was it. You know, as far as my thought, but it's like people got to really put the connection between, you know, what someone's doing for like, hey, I just did this, or a computer did it and I'm now selling it to a person who put, you know, actual, you know,
hours into it,
time, work, at, you know,
time, emotion,
exactly,
blood, sweat, tears,
some of that stuff comes across,
and working hard to build that resume and career to become famous, and that's what the real collectors are missing out on, like the real artists that are pushing for something, you know, really big as far as projects or what they're working on.
I think some of the things that would have to happen is like some of the celebrity in like the whole marketing of you know, of that whole world, you know, because I just seen something where they said a guy went to a basketball game and pulled his phone out or pulled his camera out and caught like LeBron or somebody doing a alley-oop, did a dunk, and he caught the little clip, and it was like, oh, well, that was in the playoffs, and that little clip right there was now legendary. So because he got that little clip, he was able to sell that.
Wow.
It was like, it's like, So I mean, so anybody can get at
being
that
in the
point.
moment though. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
That's a tough one. That's like, all right. Okay,
It's a tough
I can
one.
understand if it's a rare moment at a
Right.
specific time, and you got the clip that just. I mean, no one else can.
Right. That is
That could be all right. But if it's
like,
something that's like televised and everybody saw it,
that's what I'm saying. Everybody's seen it.
I don't know. Maybe not so much. Maybe not so. Maybe
to where everybody didn't see the grueling hours of how this painting was put together, or how certain songs that a musician might do, or you know, even being a drummer or a guitarist, you know, to come up with some of those string lines, or to come up with some, like, first of all, that takes elite coordination. You know, like the brain function.
Hours going into that.
The hours of research, practice. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
This is like that's a skill that cannot be matched, as opposed and as opposed to something that's just a quick clip.
Right.
So someone just recorded someone else doing it.
That's true.
And again, not to take away from that, but I guess the point I'm saying is that if somebody can make 17 million for that clip, then somebody should be able to at least make about 17 million, at least, you know what I mean? If not more.
In crypto?
Especially in crypto, for doing something that's super custom.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get like somebody that was across the gym. He got the same clip with the same dunk, you know what I mean? But he was just from a different perspective. So I mean,
right.
Not to harp on that, but you know what I mean.
I'm with you. No, I'm kind of with Bruce on this one. Like, you wouldn't see me paying for that as an NFT clip. You know, you wouldn't see me paying for that. I would just go watch the replay and
on YouTube.
Oh, cool, there it is. And this is the most, as far as what my show consists of, this is the most controversial shit I've ever said. All this, because I'm going to break it down.
Yeah, we're trying to, you know, bring back the lightheartedness, but yeah, I could tell it's a very serious topic, definitely.
Oh, no, it is, because
you're right.
I have a responsibility that I've come to realize in the last few weeks, especially speaking with some artists, some newer artists that I've interviewed on the show, have really made me kind of start to see through the bullshit and start to really see the light and dark side of it all, and really cut through. So I'll say this: my responsibility on the show, I thought it was for crypto and NFTs. It's not. It's for art. It's for collectibles. It is for crypto. It is for NFTs. But let's face it, an artist creates art, and then you decide if you want to make it. Do you want to print some out for people to buy? Do you want to make an NFT out of it? Right. But it's a small piece of a very bigger picture. And I feel like I've been dismissing some very valuable parts of the artist that weren't getting the respect. So here's me giving it back. There's a cluster of NFT artists and digital artists that are just like, you know, and I was one of them when I started. Oh, let me just put some out and see what happens. That's cool. And it's an exciting thing. But hopefully this message that gets across is like, pull it back, dive deep into your art. You know, I'm not saying you got to hand paint and hand sketch everything. It's not. I have no right to say that. Everybody does what they want.
Put some work on it. Put
some heart,
you know, some hours, maybe out something. You know, really make it something that people will appreciate and
justify the value.
And it'll justify the value. Really,
for sure.
That's 100%. I mean, that's what me personally as an artist, that's what I look forward to. You know, I don't know.
It's like you said,
and by the way, NFTs coming soon, guys.
Oh, good.
Coming soon. We're dropping. Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, definitely. So don't get me wrong. We're not you know, not saying that we're not gonna, but
completely,
you know,
it's just
but when we
thinking of the value on things.
Exactly. Yeah. When we drop something, guys, like we definitely want to make it like almost like an event. So it's gonna be, you know, we want to make it great, and we definitely want to come back on the show and just, you know, let people know. And as it happens, so don't worry, don't worry. We're not knocking it, but we want some of these guys to really kind of, you know, take it seriously, you know, and
push their boundaries too.
Put your best work forward.
But I do find a responsibility to where any viewers of the show, if I say, hey, go check this artist out and go spend your hard-earned money or your crypto, I'm not going to let the viewers down. I'm not going to let you guys down, the real artists that are out there. I feel like as I am a real artist myself. I've been making music. I'm a producer. I make this whole show by myself from scratch, and I value it. And hopefully other people will value the integrity and the heart that comes into the show, and the other artists that, you know, and I'm just letting everybody know I'm stepping up the quality. So when you see the trash get taken out little by little, you know, it's because the quality is going up and the stuff that I don't want to put stuff on the show that I don't find valuable and I don't think is really worth it to the viewers at home and the investors in NFTs. I'm still going to keep investing in NFTs. I love them. I also am going to keep investing in paintings and records and special prints from the artist that maybe they signed, limited edition
copies. Yeah.
Right?
Freeman was big on filling us in on some of that stuff too.
Hell yeah.
Where you could definitely see the value there, to where not everyone's going to have their own copy of it. Like only so many people have access to it. Like there is something that does add value to pieces like that.
For sure. Yeah. And I hope I kept it cool today, because, I'm trying to keep it positive, but there's also this part that is a little more serious in this interview today. You know what I mean?
That type of thing is
like
just kind of like,
we see through that stuff. Like,
man,
and that irks a lot of artists, I think, behind the scenes.
And what that does is like, low quality art kind of like pollutes the waters to the real good stuff that's out there. You know what I mean? So
for sure,
it's kind of like, that's why I think what you said earlier, like kind of bridge, separating those things. There's this, hey guys, there's really good quality NFTs from legit artists that are legitimately doing legit work, and
that you're gonna want to help support and sponsor,
especially those you don't may not even know about.
Kind of makes you question what exactly is the fan base like. Well, as far as the NFT fan base, like, what are they looking for? Like, you know what I mean? At this point, what are people expecting out of NFTs, and what are they looking for that they're so
invested in it?
So invested in like you said, all of that fast art, the
computer generated.
We'll call it like the fast food art.
Granted, I get it.
That minute made, quick put together, boom,
that whip
boom.
up stuff, whip it up.
Which again, still, there's a look to it. That's, sometimes I guess you would consider as pop art. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
I could argue.
And there's a lane.
It's not bad if it's thought through. If you give me a good concept behind it, there's like really
I'm with
there.
it.
But it's like you said, the glorification of it, to where it's like now the market becomes saturated with that, to where almost people become a little reluctant to even try to sell. Real
artists are like kind of like
exactly keep up,
just do
a lot of real artists
is doing.
You know what I mean? So it takes some integrity out of it.
If
anybody could just do it and just boom. There's always that thrill, like everybody can't just do certain things. Everyone
takes time to develop certain techniques.
Exactly. How he created that, what method this person created it. And then like you said, the exclusiveness of it. I mean,
non-artists becoming popular.
Artists, so you just gotta separate that.
Separate. I say that's why it always goes.
Not a bad perspective.
It always boils down, like I said earlier. It always boils down to the artist at the end of the day. When people kind of look behind the art, just be like, "Wow, who created this?" What that person's doing. That's when if you're gonna put your hard-earned crypto on something, just make sure that it's backed by something that's gonna bring back good investments.
Exactly.
It's an investment, man, right? That artist, you're banking that artist to be well known, or at least more popular than what they are now, so that thing will be worth more money. Think about that, guys.
If you invest in it, it's like you're taking a part in that too.
You're taking a part in that,
that artist.
You're helping them out when they're unknown, and then when they they really shoot for the stars, you're gonna take a piece of that right there, because you have that NFT. That's really where it's at. So I think if people understood that more so, and just instead of just kind of like just buying it with
flipping and dipping, whatever
it is, you know what I mean? For buying something because it's a fad and it's cool, but I feel like that's just a bubble that's just gonna.
There are tiers.
There are definitely tiers to it.
So it starts. So Wax Wallet is first tier. It's free to mint. I could send, like I sent a couple of you guys free, I bought them cheap, maybe $1 each or whatever, with Wax token, have a Wax wallet. That's like phase one. Phase two is OpenSea. You can do what's called lazy minting on OpenSea, and then it doesn't fully mint. You don't have to pay for it until it gets bought. So you don't have to pay the gas fees and all. Then there's something like Foundation, which I'm very proud to be on Foundation. I had to earn it. I've been offered money, for the Foundation invite and everything else. Wow. Those pieces sell. Both of my pieces sold for high value. Same with Freeman's. And so foundation is a higher standard. This is just my opinion, but, and then there's Christie's, Christie's Art Gallery even sells NFTs now. That's like the top of the top. Nifty Gateway, that's right under and people pay top dollar for stuff all the way up to millions of dollars. But there are tier levels, and I'm not knocking like first tier. I buy wax NFTs all the time. Some of them are dirt cheap or free. I love them.
I'm telling you, it's like going fishing. You'll find some good ones out there. I'm telling you, you just gotta search. It's like that's what they call it, open sea, right? You just gotta
totally
search the good stuff and from the wacky stuff.
Definitely,
there's good stuff out there. There's a lot of great work out there because
whatever you respond to,
it's just like what you respond to and what you bank on, especially that artist. Bank on that artist and see what they're doing. Look at what their other works are. Look, do a little research, see what they do. It's always
see if they've been putting in the time on it and they're going to stick with it.
For sure. And is it not my job as the creator of this show? So this is my art. Is it not my job to be more responsible is what I'm starting to realize, like I'm really trying to understand that like there's a response, like my art should be just as curated and focused on as the show is now my art. I need to put that much heart and integrity is the word I've been looking for again. Like Bruce said a while ago, the integrity needed. It was never gone, but I was a little bit lost. And like Gene called me out. Thank God that started to happen. I would be like, check out this NFT, Gene. And he'd be like, ooh,
how about that? There's some stuff because I'm like,
But see, at least he had you to call him out on that, like you said.
No. But we're stepping up the game. We're stepping up the integrity. So let's talk about, have any of you guys saw Chris Velrath's new 3D NFT on Foundation yet? You saw it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right. So
I'm gonna have to show. I'll show it. I'm gonna have to show it while we're talking because
please do.
That's legit. Oh, it's beautiful.
And I thought that was a great first NFT to kind of kick off with too.
Yeah, it's cool. That was his business card when I met him at Free Your Mind. That figure
he carried that with
him.
Card.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
So it's like he already kind of subconsciously was planning on releasing that NFT. I think
it's one thing to talk NFTs. It's another thing an NFT that's 3D and you can move around with your mouse. And also,
there was time put into it.
Hell yeah. And for sure, what Foundation, that's on foundation.app. That's one of the great NFT sites. That 3D NFT will be available for purchase and used in AR. So you can buy that and go into augmented reality. You can place it, if you own it, you could put it on top of the New World Trade Center, spinning as large as life. And anybody who has AR and goes to New York, wherever you place it, is going to see that piece. So you get to create a new world with that. I love that.
That kind of plays on a little bit of that graffiti thing without doing any damage for the property.
Totally. Yeah. You could probably leave graffiti wherever you want if it was an NFT 3D graffiti. That's crazy.
Oh snap! Yeah,
that would
cool. Be a good idea.
That would be
that's awesome.
If whoever's watching this, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, there's so much ideas! I could come up with a whole new industry."
That was always something that I liked doing when I would go around to the cities and stuff. Is I was always looking for where the graffiti was, where other artists were tagging stuff and
big
leaving pieces. Like there was tons of stuff in Philly, in New York.
Oh yeah, Philly,
anywhere
Camden, New Jersey.
Around, you would see that stuff everywhere.
Definitely. Oh shit! There's still some beautiful Camden, New Jersey. If you go, I wouldn't suggest going to Carmen Street. But if you were on Carmen Street, you would see they always refresh all the graffiti there. But all right, so
animation.
Yes, thank you, Gene. Let's get into it. I know Meta Sabian has some animated stuff coming up, and I know I'm going to be able to feature a little bit during this, and people at home will be seeing it. So you guys want to tell them about it, please do.
All right. I guess
we'll
talk a little something. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So still in the pre-production early stages, just a lot of the actual animations within the program that we're working with. Flip a Clip. If you would definitely want to sponsor us, shout out. Definitely we want to reach out to that company. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So the actual animation has been special project that we've been working on for like the past, like I think close to a year, 7 months.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, close to a year, because I think it's like November. Yeah, November of last year. So,
oh wow,
COVID time.
Oh my God.
So, and it was just an idea that we were just like, could we do it? Is it possible? But after much, many frames. We've been able to kind of produce. We've gotten to a point where we're very confident with what we've got, and we're going to start to kind of leak a couple of things. So this show is super special. If you watched it to this point, what definitely gonna you're in for a treat, because some of the clips that we're going to be showing you guys right now, all right, are just some of the like I said, early drawing animations of
the final version is going to look very different. A lot more polished.
So we're getting some exclusive. We're going to get a little bit Meta Sabian exclusive.
This is exclusive.
All right.
This is super exclusive. I mean, it's this. An epic animation saga.
Yeah, man.
Just reintroducing the world of Atem to our fans, and basically in animated form, because instead of reading it, we realize a lot of people may not have time to read comics like they used to, but you know what, introducing everything as an animation, and while people could sit and really kind of like learn and build and see the world, and plant seeds from
videos is clearly the medium of the future.
It's a medium of the future, definitely. So it was.
I want to see stuff moving.
Of course, and I'm sure eventually some of these animations will be NFTs too, right?
Yes.
And that connects back to what we were talking about. The NFTs are great. But the animation and all is something within itself, and I'm just so in need to remind everybody. I know the viewers at home are all smart enough to know all this, but to respect the fact of where the NFT came from initially is so important. You know what I mean? So, So all right, so you got videos going down. So which, as far as video clips that we might be seeing here. Any ideas of what scenes or anything you're going to be sending over?
I think we'll switch up. We'll give a couple of some quick fight scenes. I think people want to see that, like some of the action scenes.
Have they seen the
I think, and we'll show them the run. And of course we'll be showing. We'll show you some of the polished things, because we had a couple of different stages that because we wanted to see if we could do it first, and now we
had to do some samples, demo
stuff, like
fully colored,
go take it all the way to the color stage to see what it would look like, and things like that. So we did a lot of that. So we'll show you some of the run scene of a Ken within the facilities of SimCorp. So we're not going to explain more than that, unless you have the comic. But, right. We'll have to link that below. So we have that, and that's our most polished animation. So just expect our animation to be at that level. And we're very, very happy, for that, because we could compete. We could definitely, put our works up with some things that are out there, and we can actually kind of like stand out and be kind of uniquely independent with what we have and what we have to bring. So we're really excited about that. And I think some other ones will probably show some fight scenes and some talking scenes. We have great
I think the people deserve to see a little bit of the action.
Hell yeah.
A little bit of action. I think the actions. I think that's what people really enjoy, because we're really proud of that, because animation is not easy. It takes thousands of frames. We're into the thousands. We're well over 1,000 frames as far as
1,000 hand-drawn frames.
Right.
Drawn animation, traditional.
People, where that's coming from right there.
Yes.
From the muscle right here. Yeah. These hands.
Right. Yeah.
So we're really proud. We're really proud. I mean, I think it's like just a process, a stage within what we did. Even back in the early days when we first did the comic book, we actually tried it. We attempted everything. We attempted first we did the book, which we actually did, And then we actually tried animation back then.
Yeah, where you'd actually have the papers.
Yeah,
and flip the pages.
we were doing it. There was no programs or anything. Like we were trying to do the whole school traditional.
We're like, we see why people have teams for this.
Yeah, we're like
books, and then we had to put a camera on the flip book to.
But we tried with two.
Right.
We were trying to do a hybrid between
digital and
traditional. Digital. It was just not working. We just didn't have what technology now. The technology wasn't quite there yet.
Nowadays, you can just do it all a lot on iPad.
Yeah, all this that you're seeing, guys, is like from the iPad. We drew on our iPads.
Nice. That's the way to do it now, right? Like, isn't that how it is?
Yeah.
It's a piece of paper. It's a digital piece of paper that is endless, and you could. I mean, iPads are great.
It's the future, man, where people are going to be creating their art. Yeah, I know that digital is real, and face
because that is one of
our comic book. We colored our comic book digitally, so
that's cool.
It does save you some cost on having to get the materials and everything that you would have to traditionally do for actual physical pieces.
Yeah. So there's wow, I just thought about that. There's layers and costs to certain things. Think about it. So a digital a print it tends to be cheaper than the actual painting, right? The original,
the physical copy.
Right.
So it's almost kind of like that too. So if people kind of look at it that way, like, all right, there's a print that's not as expensive as the actual painting, but there's a higher, there's different tiers to that as well. So there's cost to it. That's why if we're able to create a comic book with images and then make tons of prints, it's cheaper to the prints are just copies of that actual thing. So we can actually save people cost on our art. You know what I mean? So the animation is going to be a different thing, but with animation, with NFTs, you know what? If people think about it, it's almost like buying stake within the animations themselves. And if you guys help support us through that would be like really awesome.
It helps inspire more.
Yeah, it helps inspire other animators to animate amazing scenes for their own works, whatever it may be. But I think this is a great way to help support real small studios, real small group,
indie community.
Small group.
And you're good people too, man. You guys are good guys. That's what I'm happy to get to show that on here, because like we said, supporting the artists that are good people that are out there doing good things. It's so important to support the artists with integrity. And the three of you are great people. I've known you for a long time. So it's really important to me. I'm so happy that everybody gets to see that. It's a valuable part of the comic book and animations to come and everything else you guys end up doing. I wish you all the best, because I know how great you are. I know how much time and effort and work you put into it, and research and everything. And there's a lot of really important facets that come from all that get put into your artwork. And I'm glad everybody gets to see that, like, seriously. And I just want to say, my big hope down the road, and I know I'm 12 hours away, and I know there's times are different and all sorts of weird stuff with travel and all, but my dream is one day to have like a 2 or 3 day workshop with you guys, either down here or I come up there. But me and Freeman talk about it all the time.
We definitely need to make that happen.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We need to make that happen for sure.
Oh yeah. Because I can't imagine. I mean, we could work remotely. I'm sure. Like if say you guys did we're doing a MP4 NFT, and then I do the audio to it. And, you know what I mean? Like we could do all that from a distance.
Yeah. Look at that, guys! Live, you're seeing us. Thinking and creating. That's how we do it. No, I think we should have
something for you to check out later.
Yeah, we'll have some things for you guys. Yeah, definitely. No, I think that'd be awesome, man. Some really custom, unique NFT art. That's really well thought out. With audio, visuals, and really kind of putting.
Let's all bring our skills together.
To be able to bring it together, collaborate more closely, like how we did at Sassafras. Obviously that's an experience that
it lasted for sure. Like it built some bonds there, and it's definitely something to where anytime we can start bringing everyone back together again from that experience.
Sometimes when everyone gets together, I don't know what
there's an energy there because everyone, it's the mindset everyone had.
We're able to I don't know, come up with ideas better, or jump off, or you know, someone to come up with an idea and someone to somehow it'll bounce off of this person. Now this person's reflecting another idea, and we just get to so many better ideas. And you know, people know what we're talking about, right? It's like that synergy of flow where, you know, where like-minded individuals get together. It's like that synergy,
you can feel it.
That's what we're talking about. That's when artists come together, and that's pretty much what we do here in the studio. We just kind of link up and we create
like a mini version of that.
That's great.
So that's why that workshop needs to happen.
Oh yeah, we got a lot to teach you guys, man.
We're
teachers, man. We're teach.
I was right. It's like I was gonna say, like, well, hopefully one day somebody will put on some kind of new Free Your Mind conference. But you know what? I'm tired of waiting for other people to do stuff. Maybe one day we'll put on.
We got to do it, right?
You know what I mean?
Set it up.
I'm tired of waiting for somebody to reach their hand down and save the situation. I'm stepping up.
We are the ones.
Yes. You know what I mean? Who else?
Maybe we can help inspire that to happen. How about that?
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping my energy on this show doesn't come off the wrong way, because I love art so much that you're seeing what you're seeing, because I'm realizing the responsibility. There's only 500 and something subscribers right now, but I'm laying down the law to myself more than anything, and on the show where
it's all about,
you know what I mean? I want the viewers to know that there is a large amount of integrity here. Artistic integrity, mental integrity. And this channel will be doing, I personally on this channel will be doing my best to get that clearer and more focused in on the channel. I also want everybody to know at home that there are some subjects that aren't so friendly to YouTube. And if anybody's been paying attention to the channel, you'll probably have noticed that certain videos are getting treated a certain way. So what I've decided to do is pull back some of those subjects off of YouTube. And now you can pay and subscribe to Nifty Dimensions on rockfin.com. And there you'll get the exclusive stuff that you're not allowed to hear about on YouTube, because God forbid you think for yourself. All those things we're not allowed to talk about. But if we were to talk about those things, and when we do, it would be on Rockfin. So everybody head over there when you get a chance. I need to be able to think for myself and speak for myself and be able to let the viewers do the same. Yeah.
So people need to hear that, even for you to be able to fully market your content and you know what you have going on. I mean, that's because
that's also what allows us to
put
their
perspective,
them branches and seeds out there, to where that may lead someone else to reach out to us, and collaborate on something else that we wouldn't have even been thinking about, but because we were talking about those topics and issues, it sparked something else to happen from that. So
for sure,
you need those avenues to be able to do that, for sure.
All right, so Meta Sabians, I appreciate all three of you guys coming on to the show. It was really fun talking to you. I'm glad we got to look at all aspects of art here.
Yes,
so thank you for.
There's a lot of exclusives right there, guys.
For sure. So anything, the floor is yours. Anything you guys want to say to the viewers at home before we take off here? Go for it.
Y'all can say something real quick. Just real quick, man, guys, look forward to the animation, look forward to more projects, and just like Rizzo said, man, start to separate the real from the fake, start to find the value and the real value in what you're spending on and your credits
with your dollar.
Exactly.
Right.
Vote with your dollar. That's not like that, man. You know what? Vote with your crypto. Definitely everything that Bruce said. Definitely be on the lookout for all the content that we got coming to you guys.
We got plans for more.
We got a lot of plans, a lot of things coming, and the animation is definitely the first wave of many waves that we have coming for you guys. So NFTs, a lot of meta news, a lot of meta content, and it's just gonna
meta NFTs.
Nice.
And so
stay inspired, stay blessed.
Stay inspired, stay blessed, stay on the positive track, and
keep putting them positive vibes out there to counter all that negativity that we're constantly controlling.
Ending off.
Trying to make everyone inferior all the time. It's like we need to shake some of that stuff off.
And you know what? And our content is the best kind of entertainment for that, because that's what we want to do. We want to awaken people and inspire people with you know, our own style of storytelling, and also with the information that's embedded within it. You know what I mean? So that's really what it's all about. And
those that are on that journey, they'll recognize some of the stuff we sprinkle in there.
Yeah, and we're happy to be the ones to give it to you guys, definitely, and you guys appreciate it. So because some of that stuff too, it's our way of kind of paying respect back to all those who put that information out initially for us to even learn all this, to where we understand how much there is out there that we don't even know yet. So it's like, as we learn more, it's like we'll be putting stuff in as we learn and as we go. So
nice.
Meta Sabian.
Right? Beautiful. Well, then thank you guys. So everybody watching at home, there's the exclusive. We got the Meta Sabian exclusive. Right, you're going to be seeing some stuff. We're going to have links below. We'll keep you posted as to what's coming in the future, for sure. So until next time, everybody, I just want to throw a quick reminder. $100 of free crypto contest right now. The Nifty Dimensions Road to 1,000 subscribers contest is happening right now. Check the information below.
You're on your way, sir.
All right, just follow the rules, leave the comment, follow us, all that stuff you'll see below. Do that. If you're a foundation artist looking to get on, I saved an invite for a special artist. So we're going to be doing a special foundation collab remix contest with me personally. So I will personally invite you, the artist out there, and hit me up. Contact, the information will be below. I would recommend emailing me with the information, the contact info, or hitting me up on Twitter. But that's it. That's my little commercial for the end. Everybody else, Meta Sabian guys, thank you guys. Much love to you.
MetaSabian.com. Check it out.
Yeah, MetaSabian.com, guys.
And much love back.
ArtCorner.net.
Thank you. Yeah, MetaSabian.com, ArtCorner.net. Much love to you guys. And everybody else at home, be good. Much love. And of course, peace.
Peace.